Yeah. Hmm. Alright, cool. I start up the stream, I'll start up the private call in a bit. Did it, Daddy Cow. Did. Alright, cool. I'm not streaming comms right now, by the way. Yeah. Hey, Exy, what's up? Yeah. Alright. Cool, I'll start calling you guys, I guess. Cool. Sorry? Sorry, did someone say wait? Alright, cool. Start up a group call. Okay, and then we start adding people. So, it's Dildo. I'm gonna turn on comms for this, by the way, Dildo.
Okay.
Alright, cool. Let's invite Monty. Monty, Cobain, Amu. Oh, I need to send Amu friend request.
Hi.
Alright.
How's it going?
Yo, what's up, Cobain? I'm gonna have Monty Dildo is gonna be here, and then
I love Monty and
Amu's gonna be here too.
Gotcha.
So we'll try to keep this like under 40 minutes or under 30 minutes around. So try to keep it
Gotcha.
quick. Yeah.
Can you link the patch notes in the group chat?
Yep, I can. Sick. Oh, that's the translated version.
It's fine. I just need them in front of me.
Alright. Wait. Send friend request. Okay. Yo, Dildo, what's up?
Hello.
Hi, Dildo.
Hey.
Hello.
Okay. Where's is Monty joining soon?
I think so.
Let me do. Okay, we'll try to get this started as soon as possible. Alright, Moose accepted my friend request.
Is that Laptop Man Monty?
Laptop.
Laptop man Monty.
You have no idea. Wait, you do know, dude. It was so hot like these last 2 weeks. You know how fucking hard it was to play BDO?
It's only been like upper 80s, 90s. There was like one day where it was like
90,
100.
dude. Yeah, but that's still so much for my laptop.
Yeah, we'll be going through all the classes for Awakening and
Yeah, no
Succession.
kidding.
That's covered in this Global
Hello.
Labs.
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, hello Moo. What's up?
Chilling.
Okay.
Zella.
I'm gonna turn on comms.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I'll see if I can get Rujinx in here as well.
Yeah.
Monty, the man with 12 ping and
And then I
12
think
FPS.
that'll be enough.
Hey, I have 12 ping and 12 FPS.
Hey,
Yo,
Rujinx,
what's
what's
up,
up?
baby?
Oh, what's up, baby?
What up, Rich?
Hello.
Alright, yeah, I've got everyone here. Okay. Are you guys ready to get started?
Yeah.
Let me
Can
open
you-
up the
can
global lab
you-
patch really quick.
Yeah, no worries.
You
No worries.
post it in the group.
I'll put the link in the group chat. There it is. This translated version.
Go.
Alright. So okay, so what's everyone's initial thoughts about the global lab nerfs? All the
As a
classes?
whole, or just specific classes?
Yeah, just as a whole at the start, yeah.
I checked
Well,
my
I've
hairline
been-
before and after, and definitely some recession.
So
Jeez.
if you guys don't know, Monty just decided to reroll to Kuno. He actually rerolled
Oh, no.
Oh,
from Archer.
no.
Yeah.
So I'm extra molded right now. You have no idea.
He has no way back, and he can't stay in Kuno. Sounds good.
Rip.
You know the new class is getting released at the end of this month, right? So you probably have a chance to reroll again soon.
Wait,
Okay.
holy shit. Okay, we don't need. I never knew that, but that's interesting. But don't need to go
I
into
neither.
that about too much detail about that right now. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So does this say this update aims to equalize the skill damage of Succession and Awakening? So
I don't
it's
think that's the case.
I think.
I don't
It
think that's
doesn't
the
seem like
Okay.
the case at all.
Yeah.
Let the man finish. He
So-
got some
So my
stuff for us.
my issue with this is that they're reducing a lot of classes' PvP damage, but how are they gonna adjust with how tanky everyone is at end game gear levels? Right, is my question.
Yeah.
Because it's already hard enough killing some fucking 650 to 700 evasion build right now, right? So like how are they gonna balance how tanky people are if this does come through the way it is?
They would need to
But-
introduce some type of DR change, which I don't think they ever will. They would need some
Yeah.
nerf evasion and bring back DR.
The change is gonna be dead god armor, which makes it harder.
Yeah, it makes people tankier. It's just Okay. It-
So yeah,
it
great job, PA.
it doesn't make sense to me. Like this global labs, I just don't understand it. Unless there's something that we don't know that's coming soon as well.
So
Good.
so I was trying to do some like guessing because like you see there's when I see strikers changes, there's one skill called like Roaring Tiger. They buff the damage by 1%. Like if you think about it, it's not like something they just came out of like nothing. They gotta be something like they probably built a model like for testing the DPS of every single class during a real fight or something. Because like buff 1%, why? Like does it even change anything? And there's also another skill buffed by 2%. That's
I
what
do-
I thought.
I do know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want my 2 cents on it, I think it's modeled around trial character AP.
I'm
Because
not sure about that.
this
though.
game, well, like this game, the PA and the developers, they've always wanted to make this game esports ready.
Do they?
This is
It-
not
well,
gonna
yeah,
happen, dude.
That's their
It's-
dream. No, but that's just it. Like we laugh at it, right? But that's what they actually like try to say, like and envisioned for the game. But how they've gone about it, yeah, of course, like people like us who actually play the game, we like scoff. But that's kind of what they're going for. So I think it's all surrounded around like that model.
Mhm.
Yeah, but they shouldn't be if they're focusing on the esports scene, they're doing it at the detriment of the PvP community. I feel like with these changes, like
If they wanted to build an esports scene for this game, there are way
Way too much long. Yes, I agree.
no, but like not even necessarily balance changes or class changes. Like there are just things they need to do to this game that are way more pressing, and more generative of an esports scene than just tweaking numbers on classes. Like they need a better spectator client. They need ranked PvP. They need like
Yeah.
there's so many
Yeah,
other
need
oh
things
my
that they
God.
have to do.
Simple issues that we have even on low ping servers like KR, for example, being desync. Even KR players at 5 ping get desync like at the end.
Yeah, like having spell hits tied to your FPS. Like what a ridiculous way
yeah,
to like it's absolutely ridiculous.
To be honest, I'm thinking like this probably came from people's commentary on Korean Node Wars. Like people were complaining about ranged damage. This is for
Wait,
sure.
really?
Yeah, they were complaining about that. There was before a couple months ago there was a big nerf to Succession Ranger, right?
Oh, right.
Mhm.
Yeah, and after that the complaint didn't stop. Yeah, people were like, I die so fast. Like people after Succession, people were complaining. I die so fast in the Node Wars. I die so fast in the Siege. I can't play. I don't have the experience like playing it. So that's probably like where the Archer and Ranger nerf came from. Also Succession Wiz and Witch.
Mm.
yeah. I don't know where Pearl Abyss or Cacao is getting. Do you think it's from the feedback library? Maybe is it?
For
Oh,
Korea.
you're talking about the Discord? No, just the event of Korea.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They have a
They were
Korean
ripping
version.
straight from Inven.
I mean, this is the issue though. I talked about this like way back. Ranged classes they don't have things to protect themselves, but
Yeah.
to pay back they have a lot of like range damage. They don't have to take risk for.
So yeah, how Monty was talking about it was, is it still a glass cannon if there is no fucking cannon, right?
Yeah.
Right. And on that point, okay, let's get started with the classes. I don't think Warrior got gutted as hard as some of these other classes, but like if
No,
we just
not at
spend
all.
maybe a couple minutes talking about Warrior
Just
quickly.
starting from the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know. I don't have that much knowledge on Warrior, but like if any of you guys have some talking points.
Let me read these real quick.
I am in underwater, so it might be kind of hard to read. But
Yeah,
if you
no,
guys
that's
can
fine,
get
Amu.
those-
That's fine.
And
That's
I have
not-
a little bit to say about Warrior. That class, we don't see enough Warriors, so I feel like it needed some love instead of
Bro,
nerfs.
wait, these are just flat damage increase?
Yeah, they got 12%
On average?
increased in damage
I mean,
for.
Warrior damage just got buffed. Like,
All
maybe
these
It seems
skills
like they
are
got buffed.
absolute.
Yeah.
these are all really good.
No, these skills are from pre-awakening, like absolute skills and some flow of
Yeah.
skills.
They have
And they
armor
nerfed
break,
the
kick,
second one. Second
um,
one is yeah. Go ahead.
overwhelm buff, reckless strike, ankle break.
Yeah, you want to pay attention like to the strong and Jin captions
Yeah.
because strong is the Succession version. And I think the others are
Right.
absolute.
No, look, all of those abilities are flows off of Awaken ability.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's not a big change to their main damage, but like a few tweaks. Not that big.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
I mean,
Cool.
most Warriors still hit like a wet noodle, so they did need some slight damage increases from
they?
pre-awaken kit. I mean, aside from slashing, take away slashing, and what do they have?
I mean, reckless.
They have
break,
reckless.
I mean,
Dude, reckless
good
is huge.
damage.
Is Reckless still
Pulverize does
bugged?
huge
Because Reckless, as
damage.
far as I know, did 0 damage.
Is that
Oh, by the
Reckless
way-
Strike? Is that?
I noticed a big some big damage over there. It's called Scar, right? The Twilight
Scars?
Scar.
Oh, that's Succession though.
That's Succession. though.
Yeah,
Succession,
Succession
yeah.
damage nerfed by 10%. That's cool.
Oh, I mean, most Warriors are playing Greatsword now, though, because it's just like better.
Oh, Choice just had a post where Cream Player translated everything. Okay, let's check this out.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Could you
Shit.
link
Ooh,
it? in
yeah,
the Discord?
I'll link it. Give me a sec. Oh, okay. Right. Give me a second. I'll link this.
Dude, the hero we need.
That'll be a
enough
lot
of
easier. Thank you,
Nerf.
Choice. Thanks. Okay, cool. Alright, yeah. I linked it. This is better. Okay.
Thank
Oh, it's
fucking
this guy
God.
again.
So, first off, thank you to our terrorist on EU for doing that
Okay,
for
so
us.
they did get a whole, so grave digging buff, solar flare buff, merciless, pulverize. Yeah, these are all good abilities.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Break.
I would say in general, Warriors got a buff
They
on the
get
global
just a
labs.
flat
Yeah.
damage buff across
You know the
everything. Grand
pulverize? The
Slam.
skill got buffed earlier, so if you use 10%, it actually does like 50% of my HP. We like for warrior is 280,
Yeah.
81 AP. It's pretty
Alright.
strong
Yeah.
skill. Yeah.
Cool. Alright,
You
let's
know,
Yep,
really,
sorry.
I just want to make a really quick point.
Yep.
These flat damage buffs on Warrior makes Trial Warrior even more ridiculous than
Oh yeah. Oh my god,
You
fighting
know,
fucking
like, Trial Warriors already can just like one combo any class, right? They're
One
unbearably
combo,
tanky.
they can kill people in 1 second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're unbearably tanky already in like AOA, and they did a lot of damage already. Like,
Yeah, that screws over my theory.
Wow.
Then the whole like esports ready trial PvP shit, like this is nuts.
And yet, even
Yeah.
after all these warrior changes and after all
Bro,
the
like,
damage
I think
increases, they're still
most
so
of us-
lowly played.
I think most of us here are like big like BSL like 3v3 trial players, right? Like
Warrior is
bro,
pretty much another
even
mystic,
like
to be
fighting
honest.
Hans' team, right? Even if you kill like one of his teammates or two of his teammates, you're still like fuck. Okay, so now we have to 1v3 Hans. Don't
I
die.
know.
Alright.
I know.
Cool. Are
Oh,
we
they
ready to
nerfed
move on
the Prime.
to the next class?
They
Sork?
nerfed the succession warrior, by the way. 12%. All the succession big damage
Yeah.
got nerfed by
Oh,
12%.
okay. Yep. So a buff to Awakening and a nerf to Succession.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright, let's go on the next class, which is Sork. I think Cobain has a lot of knowledge and insight about this class. So yeah,
I play
Yep.
Sork.
we'll just start from top.
Okay, so we're gonna start with. So they just like buffed up. They just straight up buff Scythe like a crazy amount. I don't know why we needed these buffs, but I'll take it. And then the succession nerfs are pretty crushing, but I don't care because it needed to be nerfed. So
Yep.
These nerfs don't bother me, and then I'll take Scythe buffs. So
Okay.
agreed.
It seems he didn't list it here, but I think the biggest change to Succession Sork is Crow Flare like stops you from regenerating
yeah, I saw that.
stamina.
I mean,
Does that affect Awakening too, though?
No,
no.
it's just a Succession.
Prime Crow Flare.
So,
Yeah, that's
yeah. I'm looking at some of these high percentage skills. So absolute darkness increased by
not a damage ability.
okay, not a damage ability. Yep, by 58%.
The
So
biggest change is probably Dream of Doom.
Dream of Doom.
If we're
40
looking at
something change.
the absolute stuff.
oh yeah.
So
Wait.
the biggest nerf, if you're talking about Succession, would be Dream of Doom and Abyssal Flame.
Yeah, Abyssal Flame.
Yeah. Oh,
What
yeah.
percentage
Yeah.
of
Abyssal
Flame
Flame
nerf?
reduced by 40%
Both
at
of
all
those are
levels,
40%.
and Dream of Doom
That's
as well.
completely warranted.
So
Yeah.
pretty much
Okay.
they're
100%.
only range the damage. Abyssal Flame and Dream of Doom. Those two both got hard nerfed,
Hard
like
nerf.
40%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
completely warranted. I totally agree with those nerfs.
Is there a way for me to add a Discord overlay? I can't. I probably can't. I mean, I don't. I think it's. I have Amu, Cobain, Monty, Rujinx, and Dildo with me right now, so I think that's fine. Yeah.
The biggest buff that we got is the 15% PvP damage to turnback slash. Like, okay, cool. Like, that's awesome. I don't know. Like,
Wait, how? I see 10 backslash twice. So you see at the beginning it's 15%, then under that there's another 10 backslash PvP damage has increased by 27%.
I'm gonna assume one of them is supposed to be Prime turnback slash, and the other is supposed to be Awaken turnback slash. It also could be the case that one of them is like regular turn backslash and the other is like BSR turn backslash. I don't know.
Yeah, true.
Hmm.
I don't know. The way they worded it was really weird in the initial patch notes in global.
Fucking 10 backslash damage.
Is
BSR
this
is
better,
already
guys?
insane.
Is the volume better?
What's the
Don't give
percent of
away the
that shit?
secrets, dude.
Yikes. I don't
Bro,
know why. Dude,
Scythe
this
is
is
just
insane.
okay. It's just
I mean,
being
there's
brought in
so
line
few
with
scythe
other
swords
classes.
out there right now. There's so few.
Yeah, because
scythe swords out
it's
there.
just
There's so many more
okay.
swords.
Don't look at Scythe.
Yeah, look at sword. Look at suck sword.
Yeah, Sucksword's broken. Good nerfs, guys. We
Damn.
start on that.
Yeah.
You guys did a good
Perfectly
job.
balanced
Yeah.
class.
Moving
So
on.
generally, it's again a buff to Awakening and a nerf, pretty hard nerf to Succession, is it?
It's a
Or
pretty crushing nerf to Succession, I would say, but I think
And a
it's definitely
pretty
warranted.
big buff to
You
Awakening.
know,
Don't
I'm totally okay with them like buffing Awakening, even if they want to buff it a little more. Like it's just because like Succession is so well protected, right? But like with Scythe, I just feel like there's a lot more gaps you can capitalize on. Even if you can cancel a lot of like the iframes and stuff with more skills.
Scythe is definitely clunkier, and there's a lot
Exactly.
more you have to do to make it feel as protected.
Exactly. So there's the trade-off, right? So I think that's okay, right? Because like no matter what, you will always be like a lot more like, let's say, like stam heavy or stam hungry in Scythe form. You will in Succession.
Yeah.
So like I think that's okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Monty.
until you see the 10 backslash BSR damage later.
Stop, dude. Don't tell them.
But yeah, I guess are we ready to move on?
Yeah.
yeah, we can move
Ranger?
on. Okay, next class
Ranger.
is Ranger. I think Ranger
Uh,
got.
Can we play Astronomia, please, right now?
Rest in peace, my Ranger brothers.
Dude, poor Rangers, man. I don't
Poor
even play
Rangers,
that
man.
class. But like, what the hell kind of
Dude,
modifiers are these?
I talk
33%?
like some of the
Huh?
Rangers I talked to who are really good said that they're devastated by these changes, so it's gotta be huge. Like,
Dude, 33%. Oh.
It's okay. It's okay. We had two Tronation Merc Rangers in the guild last night in our node war. They got top kills. They were top frag, like top 1, top 3. So even nerfed by 33%, they should be fine.
They should be
It's
fine.
okay.
With all that gear, they should be balanced. They should do as much damage as Trial now.
Yeah. Wait, no.
Dude, Trial Ranger still has a lot of damage. Bro, have you seen the clip of Flannel?
yeah,
I-
Flannel's fighting choice, was it?
Yeah, that,
Yeah,
yeah, dude.
yeah.
I mean, I don't know what there is to say. I'm sorry, Rangers.
F is all
You
I have.
guys,
So-
yeah, just have some chat, dude. Like, you guys need a petition or something.
Maybe you gotta ask for some protections on Succession in exchange for this hard nerf. I don't know. Maybe
But
Make some
let's
Korean
say,
friends, dude.
super.
Make
I
friends
don't know
with
what
Korean.
about you guys, but me as a super armor class in RBF, Ranger is like easily my top 1 most hated class. I would chase a fucking Ranger for the whole RBF, like without considering about winning or losing. I just chase them because they just fucking shoot at the behind of the boss, and they don't take any risks, and they fucking steal all your kills if they are in the same team with you. So I hate them. So
So
yeah.
basically, Zelda is like, these are good changes. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, I like that change.
So I think in general, does this hurt Succession more than Awakening?
Let me read this.
Well, okay, so Awakening was never an issue because with Awakening you could down smash forever. So capability to kill in Awakening is
Yeah.
never the problem.
Yeah.
So definitely Succession more than
Yeah.
Awakening.
Yep. Because
I have my Ranger friends DMing me saying that it's probably a little bit worse with Succession.
yeah,
Because if you think about it, Awakening, you can at least like iframe for a pretty long time. You can grab people. Like at least you have some melee skills. But if you take the damage out of Succession, there's actually
There's no reason to play it.
yeah, no reason to play it.
True. So yeah, that glass cannon analogy, pretty much. All right, cool.
I also want to make another point. Real quick,
Yep.
A more general point. I think that we have to preface everything that we talk about here with saying that like these aren't the final patch notes. Nobody's
Everything is
tested
subject
these.
to change.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know what it's going to look like. So honestly, like within the context of this conversation, everything we discuss could be like a moot point because it's not what comes out, right?
Yeah, true. Yep. Okay, let's go on next
Berserker.
one.
But
Berserker.
Big buff, huge
Big
buff.
buff to Berserkers. First to be happy.
There's a in here.
Giant Leap, isn't that their fucking 100% too?
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Headbutt.
Oh my god, they buffed headbutt too, so you could headbutt glitch faster now. Must be nice.
Wait, I
And
don't
they
see
buffed-
any skills that were decreased at all for Berserker.
They're all buffs, I think.
Yeah.
Increase,
all buff.
increase.
They're all buffs.
That's awesome.
Oh, very nice. Okay, moving on.
Wait.
So-
If you've
okay.
ever felt like horned from
Wait.
translation,
Did they?
dude.
Oh. They
Oh my god,
increased-
Hearn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
increased
Yeah.
ancient wave damage.
Ancient wave just a full prime though, not for
Oh,
awakening.
okay. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I
nuts,
for one
dude.
am okay
Yeah.
with Zerker buffs, considering I think that class is terrible.
I'm not
Yeah.
but I talked to some Zerker playing our guild. They said the devastation PV damage increased by 19% is insane because they have a 10% BSR for that, and pretty much now they have protected super armor AOE skills that both slows people and do shit tons of damage.
And
I
there's
don't think a damage buff was the buff
No,
Zerkers were looking for
I don't
though.
think so either.
Like it's gonna be
They
nice,
need more
but
protection
yeah,
overall.
protection is what they need to be
Yeah.
viable outside of Q buff.
Yeah,
Right.
they have no like true super armors.
I think
Right.
Zerker needs some
maybe if you
lubrication.
gave Zerker like one or two more iframes, maybe, or like working
I
I think
Iframe.
the thing they missed the
Bring
most
back
was
Shake Off iframe,
yeah,
boys.
shake off. I think it was super armor, right? Or was iframe?
It was iframe.
Oh, okay.
And like, yeah, probably different types of protections. Like most of their protections are super armor, right? So like super armor is kind of an impoverished protection these days because damage is so high. Like it barely is good.
Yeah, Choice said the damage on Slugfest and Devastation would have been enough. All this other shit is way too much. So Choice says
Okay.
these buffs are kind of over the top.
Interesting.
Whoa.
Bring
What
Zerker
a
back.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not rejoicing, but I'm glad
yeah.
he can stay. I'm glad he
I
can try
mean,
to stay like, unbiased.
I think it's really important that all of us just be unbiased and just try to be as upfront, like honest with some of these changes. Like when I get to Succession Wizard, like later on, I'll do my best to be as unbiased as I can be. Like just yeah. But
I'm happy
okay,
for Zerkers though. They have more protected damage. Slugfest is the keep punching forward the front guard one, right? That one.
No.
Buff
Super
by
armor.
20.
Super armor.
Oh, it's super armor. 28%. That's some big damage change.
And they got it both on Devastation and Slugfest. So yeah, I can see it's pretty big ones.
yeah.
But if you
okay.
consider about it, that's actually reasonable because like for Zerker, without Q buff, they go into group. What they do, they have a 40-second cooldown Asian wave. That's it. They don't have any protected damage.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, what's any last points on Berserker buffs or last statements?
No, they just need better protections.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go on to Tamer. I don't think there's any Tamer mains here, but
Kidding me, dude? Dillo Dragon is a master of Tamer.
oh, okay.
What are you talking about? But
go then.
4%, we should just ignore that. 6%, ignore that. 15%,
Yeah.
maybe. That's
So
pretty much
that's
the
what
nerf
Succession.
to Succession. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, 6% still I think a lot, dude. On Resonance?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Resonance.
Well, this is their only single damage skills, resonance. Like their
I mean,
revamp
all
skills.
on Spinner got buffed. Like, it's a pretty good damage.
Oh yes, 4% sounds about right.
But it's on everything, right? So like
It's
their whole
across the
combo.
board. So,
Yeah, it's across the
Yeah.
board. So their entire combo is doing like
So
6%
if
more
your one
damage.
combo can do 4k damage, you are dealing 160 more damage. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah. Should be able to
Yeah.
kill people.
But it doesn't really change anything that much for Awakening, does it? It just makes their combo do a little bit more damage, which they're probably already gonna one combo you anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it
And
really
then-
does make you wonder, like what Dildo was saying, like why such weirdly low numbers, like 3 and 4%? Like who asked for these?
yeah.
They're so specific and like so small.
I think they had to nerf or give buff to every single class just to make it seem fair and even across the board, or try to. Like,
So you're saying they threw out some bullshit numbers and just 1%? Yeah, fuck it, why not?
I mean, I don't know. I think they're missing some insight into some of these classes, but I think they're
Yeah, for
trying
sure.
to make changes to every single class to what they
Actually-
think is reasonable.
Yeah, actually, I'm thinking about like they are probably going to have some. You remember back in the days we during the CCSA changes, they kept making changes to the game for over half a year. So I think that's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
They're going to like tweak all the classes, like keep continuing doing this shit every single week on Global Lab.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, in general, slight buffs to Awakening Tamer and nerfs to Succession Tamer. Not that anyone really even plays Succession Tamer, to be honest, right? Like,
If I'm gonna talk about it from like a AOA standpoint, like I would say like Succession Tamer is probably one of the best peeling classes right now
Oh,
for,
okay.
for AOA. So like especially just having that damage from like Void and Roaring,
Yep.
having that do less damage I feel like could actually mean a lot.
Yeah, okay. And their pets are really annoying. Their dogs on Succession.
They can spam rolling like even during the
Yeah.
cooldown, the dog will CC you. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's a huge
Okay.
AOE CC.
Cool. All right.
With
Is
the
that
witch.
all? Yeah. Is that
There
all
we
about?
go.
Here
Tamer?
we go.
All right. The big one of tonight. Which wizard? You ready, Rujinx?
This is what
I have
do
my
my backup, dude.
Are you fucking ready for this, dude?
I think
It's
you
the
guys
witch
might be
wiz-
surprised by what I think, actually.
Okay,
Well, let's get your impressions first, Rujinx, so you can have yeah.
I
Let's
agree
start off
the
with
type
Succession
of
Wizard.
changes. So for Succession, it's just a bunch of damage. Like our damage is very low now. But from the standpoint of like a glass cannon suck whiz, like I run full DR, I have tons of accuracy, tons of AP and human damage. The 30% are still not that bad. And Voltaic Pulse damage reduction was never, or the damage was never really what I used it for. Like, if you look at the skills,
Got
like
nerfed by
Lightning
44%.
Storm,
yeah.
High Voltage, 20%, considering how much damage it already did, I don't think we needed that much damage to begin with. And also with how much mobility we have in ball fights, how we can like slip in and out, heal up, go back in.
Yeah. Yep.
We have
Yeah.
so much like utility that I don't think damage was the reason we would play Suckwiz in the first
Yeah,
place.
that's exactly my point, Rujinx, is that a lot of people that say that Succession Wizard is broken or over the top really don't understand. Like, so some people do, but a lot of people don't understand what about it really is broken. And I agree with you. It's the mobility, it's the slows, it's the fact that we're able to dish out damage so fast and get in and out, right? That's
Yeah.
That's really what makes it strong. And like a 44% damage reduction on Voltaic and like a 33% damage reduction on Frigid Fog, which is one of our two main engagement skills. I mean, like, I'm still going to be playing Succession Wizard, to be honest, but like, I feel like maybe the numbers could be rounded, like, reduced a little bit, in my honest opinion. Like, maybe 20 to 30%. Like, I just don't feel like I know a lot of people complain about Succession Wizard, and I might just see right now what everyone else's opinions are on the class before I continue. So
Well, I think I know where they're trying to go with this change.
Yeah.
So, Succession Wizard is broken because of the mobility and utility, like you said. I think reducing the damage we do in PvP is trying to gut our 1v1. So on our own, we're not very strong, but in a ball fight, Voltaic has that big evasion debuff, which is what people like it for. We don't really need our own damage on it.
yeah,
And then for other skills, with how protected we are and how much we can move, the purpose was never to really one combo someone while you're in a ball fight. Like that shouldn't be okay. Especially on a wizard when you can heal in PA. The goal is to do as much damage as possible while staying alive as long as possible so you can help other people. And I think these damage changes are actually needed to make or like bring
so
Suckwiz into line with the
you
like utility it has.
you agree with all these numbers, Ridgings? Is that what you're saying?
I don't agree with the numbers until I see them because I'm not sure
Yeah.
how much damage I'll be
Yeah,
doing yet.
I don't think you can test these numbers properly on global labs at all. So
Yeah,
it's no
we'll
point.
have to see.
Yeah.
So do you two think like this is going to change the meta for our Node Wars? Because like currently Succession
no,
Wizard is easily the one class for Node War or
it's
Siege.
look, what will happen is that the flavor of the month Succession Wizards will probably go back to Witch or go back to Awakening. But I think for people like myself and Rujinx and some others that really do understand the complete mechanics of the class and what really makes it strong, that will probably stay on it. Depending on like basically like what makes Succession Wizards strong in large scale and 1v1s is mainly its mobility and how fast you can dish out damage, right? And combo. So that's again, like in general, like these changes is focused on damage, which is a simple way to approach it. But I think if they really wanted to balance this game for esports scene, they can't look at it just from damage perspective. There's so much other stuff behind the scenes, you know? Like I'm sure you guys all agree on that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
If I am gonna talk about it from like a trial character AP standpoint, though, it is kind of ridiculous. You guys can break block, and like it's a free CC after you break the block too, because you can flow into your next skill so easily and so fast, right? And
Yep.
like when
Yeah.
you get that block stagger, it's a free CC. Like
Yeah.
breaking a block is essentially CC,
By the way,
and
there's
so it's
I
kind of
noticed
nice.
some. Yeah. Talking
Yeah,
about
and-
like a trial character, I noticed something interesting. Like added PvP damage reduction to absolute freeze and absolute frigid fog. Is that the real case? Because when I translated from Google, it says the damage reduction during that is reduced.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like the super
Yeah.
armor DR
So
that you get
so
from
when
popping
you
super
got
armor is
freeze, you know you
reduced.
take less damage, right?
Oh,
Oh,
well,
I did not know.
the only super armors that have damage reduction for Succession is Voltaic, Bolide, and Aqua Gel. It's the Awakening super armors. So Frigid Fog should never really have damage reduction because it doesn't have it in Awakening either. It's only the Awakened super armors that get translated to Succession have it.
No, I'm talking about something
Uh,
else. The guy got
okay.
frozen. The guy got frozen.
When you're
take less
frozen. Oh, my
damage.
bad. Oh, my bad. Sorry. You're saying, yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. When they're frozen, they take reduced damage. That's
So
interesting.
I think we need to retranslate this thing because this is quite different from the Google Translate here.
Yeah.
The damage reduction to freeze. If that's the case, like people take a lot of damage when they are frozen. This is actually kind of buff, but if it's a reduction to that, then it's going to be kind of useless. Like
Yeah. I mean, oh, yeah,
Like-
okay.
I would say this also like puts a spotlight more on Witch too, because then it puts Witch. It's like a low key buff, I think,
Yeah.
to Witch, right? Because then the PvP spec for Witch was always Awakening, right? It still is Awakening.
We'll go to Witch in a bit, but another interesting point is Succession Witch it was only really meant for PvE and game PvE. I think whenever I saw Succession Witch trying to PvP in large scale 1v1's kind of like a meme, but realistically, this is also a huge nerf to Succession Witch as well. Makes them even more useless than before. So that's another point.
Wait, at least you can spam your MMA to kill the structure faster. Still,
Yeah,
sounds good.
yeah.
What do you think?
Okay.
Why do you think they nerfed the Awakening Wizard though?
Okay, let's go to Awakening. Let's start off with Witch. So the following PvP skills have been reduced by about 11%.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah, all their Awakening skills pretty much. Equilibrium Break, Detonate Flow, Fissure Wave, Thunderstorm, Voltaic, Yoke of Ordeal. And I mean the unawakened skills don't really matter because they never really was there for damage. I mean Sage Lightning, yeah, but yeah, what do you guys think about the damage PvP damage reductions on Witch, guys?
I think it is a obvious nerf, but relative to the Succession variant, whether you're a witch or a wizard, it just seems like it's kind of nice. It like helps bring witch back up to the level of like Succession wizard, so then you can at least play something else besides just one staff class. You know,
Yeah.
a little extra flavor.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think these 11% isn't gonna hurt the class that much, to be honest.
No, not at all.
So
I mean, it's kind of reasonable because if you think about it, every single Siege guild is recruiting mages. Why? Because they are strong, stacking together. There's no way you can outplay that shit. If you have like, say our guild WeChat, we have a lot of 1v1 players, like really good and geared 1v1 players. But when facing 20 mages at the same guild level, you can't do anything. You have to legit like CC every single mage in order
Yeah.
to not to make them heal everybody else.
yeah, this
That's
is even
ridiculous.
like. Yeah, sorry, Kobe. What are you saying?
No, it's Let me try to gather my thoughts on this. Go for it, Jackie.
Yeah. So what it's saying, like fighting guilds like Cho Nation, especially in Siege, there's no way you can catch, like you can't catch the entire ball, and it only takes one witch or like one caster to heal the entire ball back up to full, right? With Rabam or get a PA off. It's so fucking hard to fight, and I think what this is saying to me basically is that the flavor of the month people that reroll to Succession Wizard for large scale or PvP, and if these changes go through the way they are, a lot of them probably just go back to Witch or Wizard Awakening, or Witch mainly. Yeah.
I just hope like you don't only see this single class in Siege or Node War because that's like the failure of the whole game balancing. It's a meme.
Yeah. I mean, what this says is for large scale, more witches is basically it, and some wizards. But it doesn't really. I mean, Monty, you said you had to go soon, was it? Or
It's fine. I can stay. It's no big
oh,
deal.
it's all right. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, because I don't want to drag this on too long. But okay. So in general, slight nerfs to Witch, but it's still going to be very much the top tier Siege class.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Cool. Wizard Awakening. So we got Wizard Awakening for its awakening skills got 8% nerf instead of 11% compared to Witch. I mean,
slight bit of love.
Yeah, I mean, this doesn't really change much compared to what happened with Succession. And then that's Rabam Fireball with Sage's Rage, and then Swift Earthquake, Trembling Thunder don't really matter because they're more there for the CC utility.
Yeah.
So I think I don't know. I would say that if these changes come through the way they are with Succession Wizard, I would see a lot of people get off Succession and go back to Awakening. That's what I see. Only the hardcore Succession players will stick on.
Man,
it,
I hope that's the case.
I hope so, dude. I hope they go Awaken Wizard and not back to Awaken Witch.
Yeah. Yep. So, I still think in general for 1v1s in small scale, Succession Wizard it will be stronger than Awakening, but for like large scale bullfights, with Awakening just gonna be better. Like in
As a
terms of
side
the
note,
yep. Sorry.
do you guys feel like we'll ever escape caster meta in this game? Personally, I don't think so.
I don't think
Not
so either.
After
Not
over 4
unless-
years, probably not.
not unless they change PA and just maybe remove heals from Witch Wizard or just change it completely.
Or
Like
make them not percentage based heal.
yeah, not not percentage based. I mean, I don't think Wizard 1v1's dead at all. I still think that Succession Wizard can do very well in 1v1s because, again, it was never really strong because so much the damage, but the utility and mobility wise. But basically, people who don't know how to combo will just can't do anything in 1v1s pretty much on Succession. Alright, let's go on to Musa quickly. So, some of these awakened
bad,
skills feels bad.
I mean, it's 5% damage.
Rising Stomp?
Yeah.
No. Those are not like those doesn't matter. Really small changes,
That's-
but
yeah.
just the straight back down to the absolute prime part.
Yeah.
So Gales is one of their main damage. I know, and Blooming is
Blooming.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Prime Blooming got 45% nerf. That skill does so much damage that even a 281 Musa probably can do like 50% of my HP. So I think it's a nerf. It's a big nerf to them.
Well, okay, so
Yeah.
Blooming's obviously always been good against like evasion heavy classes or builds in general, but like actually the nerf to Rising Storm's pretty big too, I'd say, because Rising
Yeah.
Storm's really strong in damage in general, but it just didn't have the same accuracy modifier, so it didn't hit evasion builds as hard.
They
But if you're like
didn't-
DR or if you're low geared in general, like Rising Storm is like basically just another Blooming.
Yeah, but they didn't nerf the prime that much. They nerfed the absolute version Rising Storm more 29%. But
Oh, you're right.
Succession only got
right.
nerfed by 9%.
Okay.
Dragon Bite got reduced by 1% damage. Damn. Monkey ass, dude.
Worth it.
Okay.
good.
So is it mainly Rising Storm, Blind Thrust, and Blooming, is it?
Yeah, those are
pretty
like their
much.
big hitters.
Alright.
I'd
Yeah.
say just the Blooming, to be honest. Blooming is like the
43%.
biggest damage. Yeah,
Yeah.
and this is their main damage.
Yeah. What's that Frontal Guard skill Maywa? Oh, that's later. Yeah. Would that yeah.
Which one? Chaos
Yeah.
Red Moon?
Red Moon?
Yeah, Red Moon. I think. We'll talk about that later. But is
Yeah.
there anything else on
Musa is
Musa?
over.
It's
No.
over.
It's basically.
Succession, Musa. Oh, Musa's dead. Is
No,
No.
they're okay.
Nice.
They
They're
should
okay.
play. They can do
Yeah.
their combos still, but they can't like throw out like Blooming blindly do just a full damage now.
Yeah, because I think the old combo, the easy like brain dead combo, was you could Blooming and then you get the was it blue sword buff or whatever, and you can just Blooming again because it resets your
Talking
cooldown.
about Maywa or Musa?
Or I guess is it red buff or is it blue buff for Musa?
I don't think Musa has that mechanic, does it?
Yeah, it has a buff, whatever, but like I don't know what color it is.
The passive.
But essentially, yeah, it would reset their Blooming, so they would double Blooming. That was the old combo. It just means
Right.
now they have to like be more creative with their combos. That's all it means.
yeah.
Gotcha.
So
It's a big
okay.
nerf, but they can still play.
Yeah.
Same
Alright,
to
cool.
Maywa, to be honest. But I feel bad for Awakening Maywa, to be honest.
Awakening
Does
Maywa?
anybody play Awakening?
Yeah, Awakening Maywa got like big hit. I don't know
Oh,
why.
okay.
They have a skill which was like charging a skill. Let me see the name.
What charge?
Pedal
can't-
Bloom, the one where
Yeah,
they
Pedal
like
Bloom,
charge
yeah.
up.
So they just buffed that skill like a couple weeks ago, changing it from frontal guard to super armor.
Oh, yeah. And then reduced
Yeah,
it by
that's-
26% at all levels. Yeah, it says
Pedal Bloom.
PvP damage
Yeah,
reduced by
26%.
26%.
26%. Yes. It's a big nerf. So to be honest, Awakening Maywood deserved some love before because they don't have much
agreed.
Wait,
protected
Sticky
damage.
Snowflake though.
Wait,
Holy
even
shit!
what? Sticky
44%.
Yeah,
They nerfed
Who
Sticky
asked for that?
Snowflake's damage by 44%. That's fucking
because
huge.
you know why? I'm thinking about probably like people in the KR, like they are mainly are like heavy evasion build, right?
Yeah,
And this Sticky Snowflake, you can spam that
yeah,
shit,
yeah.
destroy people. These
But
two
then
skills.
yeah. Thing again, this is an
They've
issue with
already
the
nerfed
game
it by
design.
50%
Like
accuracy.
Yeah.
they made like this quickly about DI and evasion. At endgame, you can't go DI and expect to be tanky at all. Like you have to go evasion, right? So again, I feel like they need to look at how DR scales past like 346 mainly.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So big
Okay.
rip, Sticky Snowflake and Petal Bloom. Yeah.
I mean, I think May was already in a very bad position, and these nerfs aren't needed for that class. I don't think.
I don't know.
It just feels
Most
bad.
people are playing Succession anyway these days because
Yeah.
blooming is so good. You can just
Yeah.
spam that shit. But it got hit by 48%, so rip.
I mean, I think especially in large scale, Mayweather has a very specified role for like popping stun traps, but also being on specialized teams for like anti cannons and just dealing with those heavy evasion targets, right? And having this change, especially to Sticky Snowflake, just I don't know. It's just I don't think this line needs to be in there at not at 44%. Yeah,
It's not protected either.
yeah.
Rip.
Okay.
No, this one's really sad for me.
Kuno?
For
Yeah.
Kuno, yeah.
All
So
my
is
Why?
that for me?
It feels
I
feels Gracie,
I'm
man.
a Kuno ally. I'm a Kuno ally. All right. Rest in peace,
Kuno
all
ally.
my Kuno sisters. Okay.
Do you want to talk about this, Cobain, or
I mean, we can talk. Sure, I'll talk about it with Monty.
yeah?
Let's go. Hi, Monty. How do you feel being a Kuno main now?
Okay, I guess I'm a Succession Kuno main, but I can kind of sympathize with the Awakening too, even though they really didn't do too much damage. But I guess obviously the one we want to look at is like Lethal Spin
Mhm.
for Awakening there. Let me just find it real
It's
quick.
just been nerfs after nerfs after nerfs.
Yeah, like why, dude?
No,
Why?
Lethal Nerf didn't get nerfed this time.
Holy shit! Look at these nerfs. Fuck.
It's so sad, dude.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess the
Wait.
Awakening didn't get hit too hard if Lethal Spin didn't get hit, because a lot of the other stuff that they nerfed in
They hit
Kuno.
Stomp hard too.
So yeah, that's the big thing though. But that affects everything. That affects like Succession and Awakening too, right?
Right.
Yeah, fuck Shadow Stomp, fuck Kuban.
Spin got hit 23%.
Another big one for Kuno is heart aiming. What the fuck,
Yeah,
dude?
why would they do
44%. Like the only like skill for Awakening Kuno to punch through. Yeah, what the fuck? Who asked
Like-
for that?
Like if they, I don't know, if they want to kill their game, this is they bring this out next week, dude. Like,
This is literally the biggest number that to date, 53%, and it's
Yeah,
on like a
what is this?
high 20-second cooldown.
Yeah.
So why? I don't understand why. That's literally one person you could combo, and
heart aiming.
then
Wait,
what?
that's their only main accuracy buff skill as well, didn't say? Like,
Well, it's
not
like
above.
that's
It's
the
just-
only like
It's itself is 50%
particularly
accuracy.
anti-evasion focused.
okay.
They have pretty
It's
good
50%
modifiers in
accuracy skill, just like blooming.
Yeah.
It doesn't do that high of damage. It just has 50%
Yeah.
50% accuracy.
But yeah.
The modifier
Again,
is only
this-
like 1,000, that only times 3, so it doesn't do that much damage. It's not like full
Yeah.
bloom.
I mean, this just makes me wonder where they got these numbers from. Is it from some computer algorithm? Like
Yeah,
that?
highly likely. They probably got they keep tracking all these numbers that the players
Yeah,
dealing
like-
in Node Wars, right? They got a lot of stats from that.
That's what I think this is. This isn't like reasonable like human analogy or reflection on what needs to be changed. This is like literally they got numbers from the game or a system and they did some kind of computer algorithm and this is what they came up with. Is what I feel
Yeah,
like.
pretty much.
Okay.
That's what it feels like.
Feel good for. To be honest, I really like this change. Fuck Kuno.
Like yeah, like a weird number I don't understand is like 18% on sinew cut. It's a nice skill, but you never used it for damage. So like why
Yeah,
such
Yeah,
a weirdly
exactly.
big like nerf to it?
Dragon Bite 1% damage nerf sounds about right.
I mean, you think instead of doing this, they could have maybe just made people a little bit more tanky, people's characters a little bit more tanky. Like,
They
I don't
could
know.
just. I
In
mean,
what way
I
though?
have different thoughts.
Like, just increase the base
Basic
DR.
DR.
Yeah.
And what about lower gear players? Like if they have lower gear, they just they're so
Would never
tanky.
kill each other.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's better than this though. Like, fuck.
Dude, could you imagine T1 Node War? Like no one would die.
Like this. I
It's
don't know,
hard to die
man.
in T1
It's
Nova
just-
already.
But this is
Alright.
big nerf to Kuno players, Succession Kuno.
Oh yeah, I guess we can move on to
Yeah.
Succession since we're kind of done with the Awakening Kuno.
I mean,
Okay.
it's the same story, right? A big hit to Wheel of Wrath. Like, oh, dude, it's so sad.
It's a
Shadow-
tendon.
Someone
Shadow
says
Stomp
bring
with
back
30 damage.
renown.
Ton of
Shade
damage.
said bring back renown.
Why would you nerf tendon? I don't understand.
Tendon Cutter of Succession actually does a lot of damage.
It does a lot of damage. It's just not to evasion, but it does a ton of damage.
And you can't punish that shit at all. Like, how do you punish that? You do the damage trading or what?
You just grab, dude. It's only super armor, dude. It's easy.
Yeah, if
Oh,
you
yeah.
choose to grab.
You learn to grab.
Yeah, Cobain,
Forehead.
just grab him.
Just grab him,
Yeah.
dude.
Flash Slash
Yeah.
25 nerf sounds good. I'll take it. Shadow Stomp nerf is the biggest one I like to
Yeah.
see
Shadow
here.
Stomp.
Because Shadow
I
Stomp,
like-
that fucking skill, 25% accuracy, 6
I hate
second
that ability
cooldown.
just as much as anyone else, but still.
Dude, that skill can almost one-shot me with their their passive skills. You know,
Yeah.
Succession passive.
Yeah, the rune buffs.
This shit is fucking ridiculous. You don't need a combo to kill people. You just need 2 skills.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss Wheel of Wrath spamming people when they're down.
Oh, lethal spin actually got nerfed. 23%. See?
That's pretty big. That's
Mhm.
pretty big. Delighted
That's
Alright.
got nerfed too.
Delighted.
Like why?
Yeah. So a lot of
Do damage
basically
anyway.
a lot of unnecessary nerfs for Kuno, and it's not based really on reason. It's based on, I feel like these again just based on numbers, come from a computer. I feel like.
Yeah.
All right. Is there any last comments about Ninja? Sorry, Kuno. Before we go on to Ninja.
Not really.
It has been.
Yeah. All right. All right. We'll talk about we'll talk about Ninja as well. It's kind of similar to Kuno, but maybe a tiny bit more justified. Is it?
No, it's
No,
about the
I
same.
don't think
not.
it's justified.
I felt like both were in a. I mean, Kuno's probably pretty trash, but Ninja seemed like it was in a pretty decent spot.
So they got a 22% damage nerf across some awakening skills. Let's talk about awakening first, if anyone, you guys have more insight
Two
onto
ninjas
this.
playing away.
Awakening biggest nerf is Serpent Ascension here. They
Yep.
nerfed the Serpent Ascension damage by 19%. That's probably the biggest. And Absolute Hard Aiming, Absolute Shadow Stomp, these two.
That's like their entire combo.
Yeah, their
Serpent
entire
Ascension.
combo.
Yeah. Is that SA
So-
skill? Is it?
No, it's not
It's not.
protected at all.
Oh,
That's
it's
why
not, okay.
people can Awakening Kuno better before the Succession than Ninja, because like their biggest damage, Kuno has lethal spin, which is super armor, and they can regenerate HP. But for Ninja, they only have Serpent Ascension, which is not protected, and the animation is kind of long, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. It's
So I just think
yeah.
it's a big enough to Awakening.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Okay.
I've got the also the revamp illusion of restraint. That's the biggest damage too. They nerfed that by 18%.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
That's a pretty justified nerf. Illusion of restraint. pretty much
Yeah.
just taps anyone on the ground, and it's a super armor backdash if they hit a target with it.
You can't punish that shit even if you have a grab. I tried to grab that shit, but
Exactly.
I'm always desync. Always desync.
If they hit you with it, they're dashing back and they're gone. That's it.
But to be honest, the succession nerf is harder though. 31% almost every single hard hitting
Yeah.
skills.
Okay, so
Yeah,
like I do agree that yeah, maybe illusion restraint needed the nerf, but if you like compare the damage numbers that it got nerfed by, heart aiming did nowhere near the same damage, and yet somehow for some reason heart aiming got hit so much harder.
53% again.
53%, yeah.
All right, so like where are they coming up with these numbers? That's what I really want to know.
It's
Because even
yeah,
18 doesn't sound like enough for that particular skill, illusion of restraint. That did so much down attack damage.
Rip rat classes. Rip.
And if you guys know anything about
Yeah,
Ninja,
Rip
they
Rat-
never use drastic measure. What the hell? 40%? They never
no.
use that skill.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
see block them 100% with it, dude.
I mean, yeah, that's just the 100%. But like, do ninjas really use that?
No, I'm not.
Not
affiliated
really.
As far as I know, I don't think so. I actually
Yeah,
don't think so.
like what the hell? 40%? Who asked for this?
All right. Any last points on Ninja?
Nah, that's it for me.
No,
Alright.
feels bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Fuck
sure.
you.
No, I
yeah.
want to
you.
add something
Yeah,
in
go for
terms
it.
of large scale because we're mostly talking about damage numbers here. So in large scale, a ninja's job is mainly to bomb a group that's not ready, right?
Yeah.
With these damage nerfs, they're not going to be able to do that, especially with 10k HP. I know people in Filter that are already struggling to do that right now, and they have mad AP. So I
Yeah.
think this nerf was mainly directed towards ninjas that are like diving into balls and trying to like kill through super armor. But against like actually tanky people with proper DP builds, Ninja's gonna be like actually doo-doo. Like
Useless.
there's no answer.
Yeah.
So you
Back
you
to-
think? Yeah.
Back to the spot they were. Easy.
I mean, if these
Approach
changes
process.
come through, it just makes me not want to fucking play Siege, do Siege at all.
Right.
Like, why? Why would I fucking put myself through that cancer, dude? Like, fuck. Look,
I
they
mean,
need to adjust
Siege
the
in general
fucking
isn't
5k
too
HP
fucking
thing.
boring, right?
Okay. Most
Yeah.
classes are nerfed, so the damage trading
mean-
ability probably won't change that much, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the politics already cancerous enough, and then when you go through just the fucking Witch Whiz Ball, that's gonna just be amplified after this change. Like, it's not gonna, it's gonna make it, like, stronger than it was before. Alright, cool. Let's go on to Valkyrie. Now, Valkyrie got some buffs.
Oh boy.
Shit tons of
And
buffs.
shit tons of buffs. What? Okay, let's let Amu talk about this. Yep.
That massive wall of Valk damage changes was cool. There was one damage nerf in there that I saw that was actually relevant. That's on Spear. It's an unsafe skill anyways. But the main thing that changed about Valk is probably the mechanics of the
Shield
class.
throw. Oh yeah, that. It's
They changed a
they
lot
did
of
translate that. They
core
did translate
mechanics.
in the patch. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a rough translation earlier today from another Valk player. Basically,
Actually, they do having at the end of the translation.
they're making it
Oh.
to where you're able to spam the Awakening Dash backwards, which you couldn't do before. You can only do it forwards, and if you did it backwards, it would put you back in pre-awaken. Them doing that
Okay.
is kind of a buff and a nerf at the same time, in essence that it takes away a lot of animation cancels and makes Valk a lot harder to 1v1 on, or skirmish on the outside, because that Awakening Dash is unprotected off cooldown, and if you're spamming that off cooldown, you're going to get CC'd. So I almost consider it a nerf, and if that damage or if that change actually does come through, you'll be able to kill Valks a lot easier. However, the shield chase, which is the side dash that we have 3 charges of, they're making that a pseudo super armor, which is cool. I like that. It's
What-
going to be just like the guard, where they cannot get CC'd out of it except for a grab.
Wait, what
So
do you
they're
mean
giving Valk-
pseudo super armor?
It doesn't say super armor on the skill, but it's similar to the warrior block, the Valk block, and the guardian block, where you can't CC them out of it unless you grab them.
Oh, so protected frontal guard plus super armor, right?
Yeah, quote unquote increased resistance is what they call it. I don't know why they call it super armor.
Yeah.
But that is going to be added onto Shield Chase, and if that actually does get added on, it answers the beckon and call that every Valk's had for the past 3 years of wanting protected movement. So that's cool. There's a
Wait,
couple more issues they didn't
Shit.
touch on.
If
Okay.
both
You're
the
getting
changes
up from
go through,
wheelchair.
though- yeah,
Yeah, we're trying to stand up a
So-
little bit, dude.
dude. But yeah, if both the changes go through, then would you think then that Valks are gonna have to learn how to C-swap a lot more?
Yeah, C-swapping is going to become a lot more important, and protected damage is going to be harder to put out.
Are there
You
even
have
any
all this
like
protected movement?
animation cancels that you can do from C-swaps?
Not really, no.
So-
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Have you played Succession Valk much, or do you have much insight into it, or?
I've played it enough to decide
Yeah.
that I'm not a fan of it, but I can tell you a little bit about it.
Yeah,
What's up?
from my opinion, I just feel like they're crazy in 1v1 small scales and skirmishing. Like, yeah, I don't know what your thoughts.
I
Like,
don't
they
know
also
about
do
that.
so much
Yeah,
damage as
okay.
well. Like,
Yeah, I consider Succession Valk a better skirmisher, especially closer to the front line than Awakening Valk. I mean, Awakening is
Right.
more of an assassin anyways, with how fast you move, so...
yeah, but looking at some of the Succession skills that got increased or decreased in damage, like, quickly, what are your thoughts on that, Amu? Like,
Let me park real quick, leave this
Yeah.
pack.
I can
Okay.
tell
What's
you
the list?
my experience. There's a
Yeah.
skill called Prime Shield Throw.
That
There was
ability is
a
silly.
291 AP Kuno could do like 70% of my HP, 60 to 70% of my HP after the grab with that single skill. Now they buffed the skill damage by
Shield throw.
47%.
47% is going to be a lot overtuned.
This
Expect
is
to get
way
one
too
tap.
much.
by
Oh my
Succession
god,
Valk.
shield
All of
throw
it.
increased by
Expect to get one tap.
47%.
I tell you. It's a protected CC, now nuke. So it'll
Protected
destroy you.
Oh,
CC,
God.
that
Obviously,
also is
you-
like
then
360 degrees.
Yeah,
That
it's-
skill, I heard
insane
they
skill.
skill with HP, right? And they can reset the cooldown.
I don't think that was a warranted buff considering how strong it was already, but I guess we'll see how it plays out.
I mean,
Way too much damage.
1%
I
Judgment
think
of Light,
Succession
1%.
Valk's just gonna be fucking broken after this.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like it already was.
Like, no, they're already fucking broken. This is gonna make them. Okay.
Yeah, they're already pretty damn good, but that shield throw
Every-
change is gonna break them absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Devour like has a lot of damage, but that shit is not protected.
And
Probably like most people prefer shield throw like than divine power. Now it's actually a nuke. You don't have to use 100% anymore. Just use this.
does Succession Valk have PA and heals as well? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Weird.
The healing skill they are reducing the damage on by, I don't know, 26%, which is negligible,
What?
but it's mainly used for the heal anyways.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So, Amu, in general, you feel like the awakening buffs are fine, but the Succession is a little bit too overtuned.
There's one skill they could have brought back in Awakening. Remove the CC and added Frontal Guard instead. But other than that, yeah, it's going to help
Okay.
Awakening a lot. Overtuning
Alright.
Succession way too fucking much.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Okay, cool. Any last points on Valkyrie?
I'm good.
All right.
Say
Cool.
hello, say bye to your wheelchair, and yeah, congrats on the fucking nuke.
All right,
Thank you.
let's go to Dark Knight. Who has the most knowledge on this class?
I'm pretty familiar with the class.
Can help a bit with
Alright,
DK as well.
Yep.
Alright, let me take a look. We have
17%, almost
base
every
damage
single skill.
on air
Nothing
strike
there was
weapons.
warranted.
Awakening, like buffed by
Awakening
70%.
did not need nerfs. I'm going to cry for DKs. I'm so
Wow,
sorry.
they nerfed Awakening. Crazy.
They did not need nerfs at
I mean,
all.
Awakening DK was garbage, so I don't know why.
Bad.
Why would they do this?
And then they nerf it more.
Oh, wait a second, it's a
Nerf.
fucking nerf! I just realized.
this
Yeah,
is
they
this
nerfed
is
it.
so
Is it-
ridiculous,
Just more
dude.
nerfs. All of it.
Awakening
Pick,
DK
what
might
the hell?
actually have been the worst class in the game. I don't know.
It is now. Officially, it is.
It's definitely the worst class.
For what?
Uh,
In general, overall, for
in
large
general,
scale?
it's just terrible.
Okay.
Everything about it is just bad. It doesn't do damage. Its protections
Doesn't-
suck because they don't
yeah.
work. Its movement is unprotected. Like, everything about it is bad.
Dude, he gets it.
The only good
Which-
thing about Succession DK was the semi-safe movement and decent damage output. Other than that, like, they nerfed that too. Succession
Yeah.
DK is now brought down to where Awakening was, and now Awakening's at the bottom of the dumpster.
So
Damage
again,
and-
this brings back that the PA doesn't understand some of the core fundamental issues with some of these classes, right? Like they just want to apply, like, one of the damage issues obviously is the damage with DK, but like there's so many other issues that just makes this class like a lot worse now than it was before. Like it just makes it complete garbage, right? Like, and they're not addressing those issues.
That's so sad,
Oh
dude.
my
I
god,
felt like
enforcement
Succession-
damage nerfed
I
by
was gonna say
28%.
30, almost 30%
Yikes! That's the
enforcement
only
there.
skill why DK can
That's
kill
damage,
evasion.
yeah.
Exactly.
Dude, that's
Okay,
so,
later.
I really felt like Succession DK was in like the perfect spot almost. I felt like it was a strong skirmisher that had very clear weaknesses, and like
Average-
I don't know, I was
average
really
class.
happy with it. I thought
Yeah.
it was such a cool class.
Yeah. Considering how many
no
people
more.
playing this class, to be honest, I feel like this change is going to be removed. Like, I have a
I
feeling.
hope so.
They can't bring this out the way it is on live servers. It will destroy the game from a PvP standpoint.
You know, DK is like top 1 most played class in the game right now, right? In EU,
think-
in EU actually.
Okay,
I don't know
yeah.
about NA, but yeah.
Really.
It's
Okay,
probably
cool.
because it's one of the most aesthetically pleasing classes in the game. There's very
True.
little you can use to argue that. Like it looks so nice to play. It's so satisfying to watch. It's just bad.
It's a life scaling class, isn't it? RP class.
All right.
Yeah, Mystic. Yep, Dildo.
Nothing.
Yeah, go for it.
Pretty much the least affected class in today's patch, so I'm happy about that. To be honest, that's a buff. That's a fucking buff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 3% for Awakening and 5% for Succession
Mm-hmm.
reduced. Oh no, increased by 3% for
Is this gonna mean you're gonna go
Awakening.
back Awakening, Dildo? You missed
Ah.
Awakening, Mystic?
Yeah, Awakening has damage though. We buffed by 3%. Sounds good.
Hey.
No. Fuck Awakening.
Yeah. But Dildo, quickly question: why do you think that? How would you justify these numbers for Awakening and Succession? Like the
I don't
buffs
know
to
what you
Awakening.
expect from me. Like 5%, 3%, it doesn't
Yeah.
change anything.
Like, why do you think they made such small changes?
Just
to
to like
Mystic.
those 1% changes to like Dragonbite, those things. It's just a random. It's just from
Yeah.
some modeling they were building. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, all right, cool. Any last points?
They are
on-
making you feel like, hey, we did a lot of work in past 1 week to do PvP changes. We are dedicating to this. But yeah.
This is like kind of like if I was doing a group assignment and I wanted to make it look like I was doing a lot of work by just
Exactly.
copy and pasting a shitload of random information that's irrelevant and then pasting it onto assignment and being like, oh, look how much work I've done. You know, like this kind of to me seems like that. All
I
right.
think 3% is a small number. Look at strikers. 2%.
Yeah. Okay, let's go Striker then. Any last points on Mystic?
No. To be honest, I was expecting some fixings. Probably, I would say like Succession Mystic currently has the most bugs I've ever seen on any classes. So
Yep.
I don't know why they are still not fixing that. I submitted some of the bugs like 3 months ago. Like only 203 got fixed. So
Okay. Yep.
shit.
Dude, this class. Never mind. I forgot this class was in the game because of just like how terrible it was. This is the worst class in the game.
What, Striker?
Absolutely.
I just feel like Striker used to be good back when everyone was around soft cap, and then it just like got worse and worse as people got more gear. Like, is that a fair assessment? Like,
They just don't. Yeah, probably. They just don't do any damage, and then they nerf
Yeah.
Succession damage, which was supposed to make Striker do more damage. I don't know. This class is
2%.
awful.
2%.
Dude,
increase.
look at this! Look at this! They didn't even translate the striker ones. They didn't even translate the striker ones. They didn't bother translating that shit. What the fuck?
I don't even know what
Yeah.
to say. Feels bad for people who still play.
Tank
Wait,
quad
again.
move.
Again, like it just doesn't make sense.
Dude, even the translator was like, I'm just gonna copy paste this homework.
Nobody plays
Fuck
this.
Yeah, feels striker, man. Okay.
I don't even know what they would have to do to the class
Does-
to make it better. It needs more damage somehow, and then I don't know. Its protections are terrible because they're all super.
More damage will be
Super armor
fine.
is
They're,
just like a
wait.
bad fucking
They're really
protection.
protected than compared to Mythic even.
Yeah, they're really protected, but it's like almost all super armor, and like because damage is so high right now, you just die in super armors. So
I feel
I
like
think-
they had a good plan for Succession, because Succession, they have a 5-second, 15% evasion buff on a lot of skills you can use. That's a passive they had. They were doing something in a correct way, but then later they fucked up the class overall. So I don't. They are not just putting enough effort on the class at all.
I have never seen a succession striker in this game.
Yeah, me
Fake
either.
uni,
I-
fake uni.
I mean,
Divios.
I mean, yeah.
I've seen people when they were trying it, and then I never saw it ever.
I never actually like fought one in large scale 1v1s. I never seen like really
Right.
RBF
It's
like
just people don't
Same,
play.
exactly. Even not
Right.
in not even in AOAs. Like
So-
RBF AOAs.
that says to me something about the class. It's succession
Very
striker, right?
bad.
They didn't
Okay.
get nerfed a lot, but like with all the Succession coming out, it's just underwhelming. People just tend to reroll. Even CP reroll to Guardian.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, he did? Wait, was he on his striker like just last week or?
No, it's just playing
Oh, okay.
I think he's back on striker.
overall.
Right.
But he's playing Awakening though. He's not playing Succession.
No, yeah, he's awakening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would admit though, like Guardian is kind of boring.
I was
compared to,
fighting
Striker.
I was fighting Pataj at Renaris yesterday, and he was able to one combo me. I'm like 365 evasion.
Yeah, they still chunk through a combo because the clone damage was not nerfed.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Any last points on Striker?
Buff striker.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Agreed. Okay.
Because you
Lan.
are a striker ally too.
I'm an
Is that the
ally of all
reason?
terrible classes. Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
All right, Lan
ironic
now.
from stock.
So the lawn changes. I actually got briefed on this already by a friend who plays lawn.
Yep.
The
3%.
pre-awakening change. The pre-awakening changes are nothing. The important big changes. This is a big lawn. Saipuri, Prime Saipuri got buffed by 23%, and then the PvP damage of Prime Blooming Nether Flower got buffed by 21%, which reverses the damage nerfs that they got previously.
Oh, in succession.
Kind of.
Okay, so Lan's back to
are
gaming,
still gonna
dude.
bitch though. They're gonna tell you they would rather have the super armor back on
Dude.
Salpari Purge though.
Probably.
Like- I'll go Cobain. Yeah.
I mean, the Fulons that I trust are like, this is cool. I like this. Give me more damage. And then that's all they say.
Yeah, it's so cancerous in like RBF for large scale when Lan just flies down to you, one shots you, and then flies away, and you can't even chase it.
Yeah, it's true.
It's yeah, okay. So basically, Succession Line's gonna be a buff to Succession Line in general.
Damage buff, yeah.
Yeah, okay, and
I've-
and whatever slight buff to Awakening.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
3%,
alright.
yes.
Monty, you're the man for this. Archer time, dude. We're here for you,
Stop
buddy.
crying.
We're here for you.
Start crying.
I'll get the
But-
tissues.
So like at first glance, you're just like, okay, 22% nerf to everything. Okay, it's not that bad. You know, it makes me cry a little, but you know, like I can suck it in. But then you go all the way to the bottom, the very last sentence, and like full
44%.
bloom. The one thing that made archers like worthwhile to play, nerf by 44%. Yeah, just
Shit.
imagine your
Lord.
entire damage is cut in half. Yeah, thanks, PA. But yeah, this guy didn't even like bother to like translate the skills, but I already know he's crying inside too. He
Yeah.
knows. He just knows. But
He was an
essentially,
Archer
yeah.
player.
You know
He's an
what's the
Archer player.
satisfying What's the satisfying point for playing an archer? That's like when you see someone from miles away, or like they got hit by accident. They just slowly walked up and you just one shot them with full bloom. Now they took the only joyful thing of archer. So
I can vouch for that, dude. Like,
Anything that makes it so that you can't
best thing-
KD me from your spawn in AOA in my spawn from AOA.
dude, I will never be able to know what it's like to feel again when I walk up to my enemy and see the fear in their eye when they're like on the ground.
The resignation,
dead.
knowing what's about to come.
I'll never get that satisfying feeling again, dude. 44% damage? What is this? Like,
Yeah.
and you know what's even funnier? They nerfed for the same value, 44%. I don't know if you guys know, but the true archer auto attack, not the wing strike ability. That's not the
Right
auto
attack?
attack. The
Right
right
attack?
click. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really good because it had really high accuracy modifier, and you could spam it, and it was
You can
stationary.
stab people.
It had the same range as Meteor,
Yeah.
but for some weird reason they also nerfed that by 44%. So I don't understand the correlation in how they got these two numbers. They're exactly the same, 44 on full bloom, but 44 on the right click as well. So like they gutted all the fun. They gutted the long range fun out of it, and they gutted the melee fun out of it.
You know how they get the number? Because like your the skill damage got reduced by 22, then you just double it.
like, well, how can we make this guy cry more?
Yeah. Just double it. Just an easy copy and double it.
Yeah, but overall, you know, if I'm actually gonna like be serious about it, 22%. Even on, I could be okay with the full bloom nerf, but 22% overall for everything is that's just nuts, dude. Like it takes out all the fun in Archer because, yeah, like what's the point of a glass cannon without the cannon?
Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna do like no damage. Like you'll do damage, but you're not gonna be getting any kills. You're squishy as hell. You have super long animations. You just outshined, outclassed by every other class out there. You don't have a grab, and you're the squishiest or one of the squishiest classes in the game.
Do you think Archer got it worse than Ranger though?
I will say no because inherently, just Archer's is better protected, but it also kind of depends on what you're talking about, right? If you're talking large scale, yeah, Archer
Yeah,
still
large
has
scale.
it great. But in like 1v1, then I guess Ranger has it better. But who really like takes 1v1 seriously?
Yeah, I just do them for fun mainly. I think people mainly care about large scale fighting.
Yeah.
All right. Any last points on Archer?
Nope, we're good.
All right. Cool. Now
I'm gonna say MAGA. You know, make Archer great again.
I'm here for you, Monty, dude. I'm here for you. All right, let's go on a Guardian, the hot topic of tonight. Now they received a 9% damage reduction across
A whopping 9%.
a lot of their skills, but 9%.
Not even 11. Not even 11%.
Let me see. Let me tune into those Guardian changes.
Okay, so in general, I just want to get everyone's thoughts on Guardians in large scale right now, because I'm not even going to talk about 1v1 large scale.
I'm pretty sure they're getting nerfed soon. KR said they were going to nerf the slow on every single skill 20.
Oh, dude, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Honestly, I don't feel like Guardian needs a slow on every ability.
That's
That was a bit
my biggest gripe, but like just the mere fact that every one of their abilities applies their 20% passive that stacks with other slows that they don't have to consciously apply to you. It just gets applied to you by virtue of existing near.
And this is from a SOC player. You have to remember, and I'm a super armor class here, Mystic. You know how I suffer from all these fucking slows?
Yeah, dude,
Jesus
you can't
fucking
play the
Christ.
game. The combination of Suck Wizard being in the game with their slows, and then Guardian being in the game with their slows, and they both exist together, and they both stack. Like, you can't play the game as a super armor class.
Imagine getting hit by a wizard. What's the name of that skill?
Retardano
Oh,
and paralysis.
And you
which-
get this. Oh,
So-
by the way, Guardian has a 50% protected slow on their extra round right now. So
Yeah.
if you stack those two together, 100%. Let's fucking go.
I don't know if you guys saw, but isn't Guardian and Shy also
So-
getting more bombs? I saw in the
Okay.
patch notes Guardians get another axe throw that slows.
Fuck,
Yeah,
dude.
They
Okay.
do in the revamp.
So this goes on to like a side point, which is that I don't feel like slows should stack at all. Like the highest
That's-
slow modifier
yeah.
is what affects you. Anything
Yes.
else doesn't affect you.
Yes.
'Cause,
Preach.
yeah.
Go off, King.
If I'm gonna add to that point, there's already another like pseudo slow mechanic in the game, and that's essentially like if you're in large scale and you get hit, it's not about how much damage you take, but the amount of hits you
Oh
take.
yeah.
It will
Yep.
extend your animation no matter what skill you
Yep.
use. Iframe,
I-
it doesn't fucking matter. So
Yeah.
like stack that as another slow, and like this game is just literally fucking unplayable.
Yeah. Dude,
Mhm.
I have a
Yeah,
clip of
sure.
that where I tried to TP down into Leslie Castle into like 2 guilds and I got hit by like 100 people. And I could
dying
not do
TP?
fucking anything. I could not do anything. I couldn't even land my cataclysm.
Yeah, truthfully, the
it's
9%
nuts,
damage
dude.
nerf on Guardian all around won't do much to change their damage, but the removal
No.
of slows on every ability would be really nice. It would.
Yeah, nerf to their passive is what they need.
Come on, the new class is getting released. That's why they're nerfing Guardian soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do they
It's-
make the reroll money?
It's a vicious cycle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're the
I
people who
thought so,
pay
but-
for. Yeah, but in general, I think 9% for some skills such as God Incinerator is not. It's like it's a joke, dude. Compared to what some of these other classes got, like it just stands out to me that if this is a computer algorithm and it doesn't make this last part here with Guardian doesn't make sense at all. Because they have
Just to
some of
put
the
every single
highest
skill
dam-
name on that. Like, oh, this is the list of Guardian. Let's put all the skills
Guardian?
on.
While Guardian skills are slow, they have some of the highest multiplier and most number of hits. Crazy.
The home run swing itself is, I think it is the hardest hitting skill in the game. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good-
Serious man. Shift to R&B.
yeah,
Dude.
I think
Dragons,
so.
no, I think he's talking about Dragon's Ball.
Shift to
But-
Q.
The highest
all
hitting
fun.
like
It's all fun,
single
yeah.
skill in the game that isn't 100%. Like it's nuts, and it has a flow to it. And only 9%. Are you serious?
Wait, what are you talking about? Float? Huh?
Flow. Like there's a second skill you can
Oh.
do that does the same damage.
Wait, you're talking about Searing Fin. Is that protected? Is it protected?
It's fun, I think.
The initial is frontals. The flow is super armor.
Huh?
It's the one where they charge up and
Shift LMB.
it looks like a home run swing.
Oh, Shift L and B. Okay.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what he's talking about. That skill fucking hurts. Like I was metering in front of fucking Guardian and it destroyed my front guard and got me down to like 30.
Yeah,
fucking-
but by design, dude, that thing, dude, a guardian makes a better archer than an archer now.
Okay,
True.
keep in mind they nerfed that damage by 40% already.
So in general, I think all of us can agree that Guardian needs some damage, like damage reduction. It's greater than 9%, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable. All right, cool. That's the last class. Any last points on Guardian?
Nerf their passive.
Remove the fucking slows. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
You know, it's pretty funny. Like when everybody like, oh, this class is so shit. Upon like Guardian release, this class is so slow. They didn't expect fucking this class make everybody slow as him.
Oh, talk
Every
about the
class is
Guardian
slow.
block. Yeah, the Guardian block. Let's talk about the Guardian block quickly. Like how fucking strong.
A 4,000
Probably-
HP guard instead of Warriors and Valks 2,000 HP guard. Pretty fucking strong. Not gonna lie. It's like killing someone twice, essentially. Breaking the guard and then killing the Guardian.
Yeah.
And they walk 2 steps and they get 1,000 points of it back.
I mean, there's a pretty broken mechanic on Book Guardian as well with lingering iframes that you can pretty much abuse. And it makes them unkillable.
Right, yeah. And the people saying that Guardian is slow and it's not that good, in, like,
Mm,
I think that if Guardian wasn't slow, it would be just the most. I don't know. I can't even say it's the most broken class in game. It's like a level above that, like.
I would just implore those people to play a class that isn't a
Like,
grab class, and then
yeah.
fight the Guardian. Try again.
yeah, it's not easy.
All right, cool. Well, there's some last mechanical changes here, but basically, I think we'll just spend 5 minutes covering, like, just doing a quick summary.
Gotcha.
So, I don't know who. Well, I think in general that these changes on Global Labs that we saw today, a lot of this doesn't make sense, right? Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
And I don't feel like these numbers are generated by, like,
All
because
we
some
can
of these
really do is hope that these numbers aren't final. That's all.
Yeah, but my
Right,
question
yeah.
is, if they know these numbers are fucked and the community knows these numbers are fucked, how are they gonna fix this? Like,
I mean, these haven't hit. These
Yeah.
haven't been like actually tested.
Yeah.
We haven't like confirmed anything.
no,
So
I have a
nothing's
when it
feeling-
confirmed.
actually when it actually comes to like Korea, we'll get a sense of what they want to do. Right? These could all change.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
It's
if you guys
Yeah, go
actually want to make an impact, though, like they even put on the Reddit page for the person who like posted the patch notes. Like, if you actually, instead of sending death threats to the GMs and everything,
yeah, that's
you can actually log into the Global Labs forum page and post your opinion, and then they will at least look at that, and take into consideration. Maybe not just one
Yeah.
person, but if everyone does it, right? Like, because a lot of people
Okay.
have heard
Then
about this.
now
patch
you
notes.
now I think about this. This is probably like a copy the homework guy and send it to like their teacher and telling, hi, this is my homework. Can you take a look? Then the teacher take a look at it. Then keep adding things to that. Then they send it as a paper to his application for his college or PhD or something like it. Some
and like the
teacher did
teacher
that
does
shit
it for
you.
him.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So
So you don't have to
basically,
put any effort on this. It's just to ask the player, "Hey, we just throw up. This is our just to tell us how to change it, okay?"
yeah.
yeah. So at least do that. If you guys feel strongly as we do about it, then like put in your opinions on that forum page.
And just be reasonable. Like, don't just use common sense. Like, funny thing about common's not that common. But I just feel like, do something productive instead of trying to threaten people, because that doesn't really achieve it.
Are you saying you're expecting BDO players to be reasonable about their
Oh,
classes?
And have
that's-
hair?
How dare you?
No, yeah, my perfect fantasy world, but no, everyone's
Yeah.
toxic. Okay, cool. Is there any last points before I wrap up?
No,
Think we're all
we're
good.
chilling.
Oh, good. Okay, I'm sorry it took so long. Went for 1.5 hours, but thank you very much, Amu, Cobain, Monty, Jinx, and Dildo Dragon for showing up for today's podcast or just summary of the Global Lab changes. I hope
pleasure.
you all.
Yeah. Thanks for having us.
Love you,
No
boys.
problem. I think this is something that was really. Let's go over. Hope you guys learned something. Panic too much about these changes because they're not final at all. But yeah. Okay, cool. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.
I
Peace.
love you all. Bye.
Take it easy.
All right, guys. Later.
Have a good
one.
stream, Jackie.